So Lehi was buried, and it came to pass that not many days after his death, Laman and Lemuel were angry. Understandable that they're upset and angry with the passing of their father, but not understandable that they're taking it out on Nephi and the sons of Ishmael. The sons of Ishmael were also angry.
Yeah.
But on Nephi and Sam and the righteous. And verse 14 says that Nephi was constrained to speak unto them, according to the Lord's word. Very interesting. The word constrained, right? He was almost compelled by the Spirit to open his mouth and to give admonitions unto Laman and Lemuel and sons of Ishmael. And I normally think of being constrained as to being constrained not right to say or share certain things, but in this case, constrained to the point where you feel it's necessary to say these things. And I'm sure it was not easy things that he was sharing here, right?
Well, and that's a lesson for us as well, is that Nephi, in probably the most righteous, most Christ-like way he could muster, he could come up with, he was speaking the words of the Spirit, that the Spirit was basically, commanding him to speak. And for us, there will be times and there will be those moments and those opportunities when, we have to use discernment and we have to always remember to be as Christ-like as we can be. But sometimes it's okay to speak the words of truth, to speak the words of the Spirit to somebody, and for it to seemingly fall on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Nephi is speaking to Laman and Lemuel and the sons of Ishmael. He's giving them truth according to what the Spirit is commanding him to do. And what do we see here shortly hereafter? It doesn't seem to have an effect on Laman and Lemuel.
Yeah.
Okay, so why was he being constrained to say these things? I don't know. But whatever the case may be, whatever the reason is, and there's probably several of them because the Spirit always seems to do things, multifaceted. Whatever it was, there was a reason and a purpose for it. But when we are constrained to speak words of truth, we can't be focused on the outcome. We can't be focused on what we think needs to happen by speaking those words. Sometimes you're going to be inspired to talk to somebody or to speak to somebody, and you go and do it, and you assume it's going to lead to something. There's going to be a specific outcome, and then nothing. And nothing comes of it. Don't get caught up on that. Don't get concerned about that. Get concerned about the doing. Focus less on the outcome.
Yeah, I think another one of these dichotomies of the gospel is that the knowledge that has the power to save us has the power to condemn us.
Yeah.
And it's a very difficult thing, because we preach the gospel and we share testimony and we try to move people in the direction of Christ and accepting the gospel, making and keeping covenants. But that very act of sharing the gospel and opening someone's eyes to it gives them the agency and puts them in a position to reject it.
Yeah.
To choose darkness over light. And that's the nature of agency.
Yeah. Hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
They may seem like little things, but liking, commenting, it helps the algorithm push our content out to more people. So it's our small way of sharing the gospel in a social media age.